What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. It's on the left side here. We have Blue Eyes going up against Gladiator Beast. I want to preface by saying I don't exactly know what all the Gladiator Beast stuff do. We have the cards pulled up on the screen. I did play against them a few times at locals, but we are going to be seeing Gladiator Beast, and I'm going to die roll here, being able to go first. Before we dive in too deep, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, channel a lot. We're going to go to 10K in your guys' support. We want to show you guys a little bit of matchups. I know that Gladiator Beast, the player here, shouts to Royal for playing this deck. He loves the deck so much. Told me it's going to be a good duel. So we're going to be showing you guys this on the channel. We're going to be seeing the Gazelle going to be activated there, going to be revealing itself and then summoning itself and another Gladiator Beast from the hand. So we're going to be summoning itself as well as the copy of the Noxtus, and this one's going to be searching for the spell on summon when it is summoned by a Gladiator Beast and then dumping a card as well. So we have to dump the Gladiator Beast as well as add a spell to the hand. That is a Gladiator Beast spell. We're going to be adding the Comeback, I believe. It just summons out another one from the hand from different ones that we control, and then we dump one to the graveyard with the Noxus. We are going to be seeing the Comeback going to activate, allowing us to summon from the hand the Augustus. This is going to be just a big one there. And then we're going to go in Contact Fuse into the Tamer, and then it lets you fusion summon, as I don't really know what else it does, ignoring its summoning conditions. So we're going to be seeing that is pretty powerful card. They are going to hit that with a Veiler, and then we are going to be linking those two away for a link to whether it be the Test Panther or not. We're going to go for the Test Panther here, and then on summon, this one's going to be able to add a Gladiator Beast card from our deck to our hand, and then shuffles back a Glad Beast, summons one out. So it is pretty cool. We do get that like consistency. I don't exactly know what this deck does, but we're going to be searching for the old one. This is going to be the Escalus. It just adds it to the hand. And then we're going to be seeing the drawback when we search for the Proving Grounds, which we did search to add there. And then we're going to be summoning it. And then we do see Test Panther tag out. And I believe this one tags out into the Vespastus. And there's something about the Escus. And then we're going to be adding back the Comeback to the hand here. We're going to see the Comeback activate once again, because these are not once per turn cards. And we do activate a Magnamut on the Tamer there. And then we're going to be activating the Magnamut effect. And we're going to be summoning out here the one. We do activate the Magnamut. I mean, stopping the Tamer from coming out on the field is pretty impactful, but we're now going to be linking two up into the new Gladiator Beast card, and this one's going to be doing more effects on summon here. They can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and especially when you can special summon one level 4 or lower Gladiator Beast from your hand or deck. And then if you control a monster, you can special summon one Gladiator Beast monster from your deck instead. So yeah. And here we want to link away. I know they are playing the Tri-Brigade cards as well, I believe. So we go for an SP. And then we can link these other two away. And I don't exactly know what we're going for. We want to put 5 in the graveyard, though. And I do want to apologize for the glare. We do link those away for a Shurag. And then we are going to be seeing Shurag going to be banishing that Magnamut. And then we do put back all 5. Or a bunch, I should say 5 of them. Not all 5, but a whole bunch to summon out the new one here, the Claudius. And this card is absolutely crazy. So you can connect your battle phase twice the turn it's summoned. And then once per turn, if your opponent activates a card or effect except during the damage step, you can activate depending on whose turn it is. If it's your turn, you can summon one Gladiator Beast from your deck. And if it's your opponent's turn, you summon a level 11 or lower Gladiator Beast from your extra deck, which normally is the Domonitis, which is going to be a negate, which is pretty cool. Then we get to search for a trap as well. Search for the trap here, and the trap is going to be a target destroy, kind of like a blackout there. We are going to be seeing the Magnamut resolving, searching for a Druis Worm. And going to kind of continue our plays there. I'm pretty sure that was a Druis Worm. It did look a little bit odd to me, but going to be seeing the Jerusalem on the Veiler there, and they are going to chain the guy to summon it from the deck. I don't think that we should have done that during our turn, unless we have a way to kind of out this. Like, looking at this, it's 37 attack, so like it's going to be kind of hard to kind of beat this. Unless we plan to go battle phase, crash, and then activate the effect during the damage step. But that could be an option. We're going to be seeing the Chariot one, Escalatus being summoned out. And then we have to draw for turn. So like right now we have a double pop. And then if we summon out another one, we have a triple pop and a banish off of the Shurag, as well as the SP. So it's kind of important that like we have so much. Like Shurag is absolutely huge here. So we're going to go battle phase, and they have the field spell. The field spell will activate its effects. And that's going to special summon Gladiator Beast from your deck. They're going to be seeing the effect of the Shurag going to be banishing the Bestial, as well as the obnoxious sending one from the graveyard. So we have this like consistency card, as well as like being able to stop all this stuff. And like now we don't have Jerusalem effects going to activate either, which is kind of important. And they kind of have to continue their plays. We're going to be seeing a Wishes discarding a blue ice white dragon here. And they're going to take a second to read this card. Search for 2 cards. Definitely a card you want to Ash if you have Ash in the hand. But we do not, so we let it resolve. Searching for a Sage alongside a copy of Roar. Roar is a lot better in the pure variant. I do believe this is a pure variant without the Bestial, or without the Primite cards. But we're going to be seeing a normal summon of a Sage, activating the effects, allowing us to search for either a Veiler or a Maiden here. And then we're going to search for the Maiden itself. Now we're going to be seeing the big guy here. We're going to be seeing the Claudius going to activate, summoning with that Dormouse, or that Domitanus, the negate, monster negate essentially here. And then you destroy the card as well. So Maiden's going to have a little bit of his trouble placing that Chulette on the field. But even if it did, we are able to destroy cards from that with the trap as well. So we're going to be seeing the Roar going to activate, allowing us to now summon out a Blue Eyes from the graveyard, banishment, or deck. And we do summon out the Blue Eyes, interestingly enough, that we chose to do that prior to activating the Maiden effect here. I don't exactly know why we opted to do this. Maybe trying to go for the Spirit to go into the Ultimate Spirit. We're going to be popping both of them there with the trap card for the Gladiator Beasts. And then we activate the Maiden from the hand, allowing us to set the trap. They do negate that with the Fusion, and then we just scoop it up, and we have Gladiator Beast getting game 1. I think that the sequencing for the Blue Eyes player was definitely a little bit wrong. And of course, the spell was absolutely crazy. That field spell, making it so that we can just banish off Shurag immediately instead of letting that Jerusalem crash into the Claudius, definitely helped us out quite a bit there. Making it so it's almost impossible for us to kind of like crash into it and activate the effects there, which is like what we needed to see that happen to kind of win the game. We could not let them summon out any more of their monsters, especially being a kind of monster negate that just negates anything anywhere. Just absolutely crazy. Yeah, putting 5 back when you have like a card that dumps and then like links and summons it out, it's quite easy to get to 5. I'm honestly surprised the deck's not played a little bit more. I know that Droll and Lockbird hurts the deck quite a bit, but any deck that you can play Shurag again, I definitely love. I love Shurag myself. I think that's one of my favorite cards. I love almost all the Albaz lore cards. I love the Tri-Brigades. I love even love Sword Soul. Ice Jades are not my favorite. Sword Soul, I guess, is also like my second, but I love the Springans. I love Albaz. I love Despias. I love Dogmatica and stuff like that. So I definitely think it's cool when you can like put in those like Shurag, like it's just like crazy card, and you just like have it as a boss monster, and then it also be able to trigger it during your turn and your opponent's turn. It's just absolutely crazy. I love that we have that ability to do that here. We are going to be seeing Blue Eyes going to be going first in game 2, and let's see if Gladiator Beast can actually do anything against this board. A lot of their cards were there graveyard effects? I don't actually think there were graveyard effects, but being able to like stick them onto the field and put them in the graveyard can be a little bit hard when you have cards like Seals and stuff like that, and as well as the Bestials to bounce back and to get rid of them from the graveyard. We are going to be seeing the Maiden can activate, letting us place the True Light onto the field, and then we're going to activate the Wishes, discarding a copy of Droll and Lockbird, maybe indicating that they have another copy in their hand. They're going to be seeing the Wishes going to be activated now, and then that's going to be searching for the Sage, and I believe a Roar as well. though I could be mistaken. And we're going to be seeing the Sage going to search for a Veiler here, which is going to be a very good card against the strategy. We saw them be able to search for card. We saw them able to be like, Test Panther, bringing out another one. And like if we can stop all this from happening, it's going to be pretty impactful. We are going to be seeing the Spirit of Eyes of Blue being summoned. And this is going to let us search for the Field Spell and a very good card to kind of hit. So we're going to be seeing a Imperm on that Spirit. And we have a Roar now to continue playing for that Blue Eyes, which means we will be able to activate or link away into a Seals if we want to, or go in. Now we can't activate the Maiden because we do control Spirit, but it is negated by Imperm, therefore we can. Normally you cannot, but we are going to be seeing the Spirit negating that Imperm altogether. Then we do banish the Wishes, which can equip the Blue Eyes White Dragon with the Neos Blue Eye, which just prevents targeting while it's in the graveyard. You can just banish it, which is pretty cool. It also gets the Wishes out of the graveyard, so you can reset it later with True Light. And then we do have a Bestial for the Sage. Now, I'm not exactly sure why we did this, because exactly what I thought was going to happen, because this plays directly into Nibiru. We're going to be seeing Nibiru being dropped. We should have linked away into a Nibiru, a Seals first, so that if we do get Nibiru'd, we will be able to at least activate the effect. We're going to see the Druisform sending the Nibiru, but it still is going to be just like devastating. Like, our turn's essentially just over here. I don't exactly know what they were trying to go for, but we're going to be seeing the Fractal going to activate the effect and letting us search, or dumping for a Kit. Kit can be dumping the Nerval, and Nerval will add the Karis. And we are now having access to the Tri-Brigade line here, which puts a bunch of cards in the graveyard, allowing us to like go up into different stuff. And we do see a Droll and Lockbird dropped on this Karis. Now, will this be enough for Blue Eyes to kind of stop this whole Tri-Brigade, or I guess the whole, yeah, it is Tri-Brigade stuff, the whole Tri-Beast archetype here. So we have now 4 in the graveyard, because we do send off of Karis, and we're going to be banishing 2 for a, I was going to say, for a Farigide, but we do see a Veilard being dropped on it. We then activate the comeback, and we're bringing back the one that we ended up dumping here, which I believe is, once again, the Escalus. And I don't believe I can add back, right? Yeah, we can't add back here, because it does add to the hand, so maybe it negates its effects. Nope, it's good. It should be able to add back. I don't know why we're not. We link away into the newest card, and then we do hit that with a Veiler once again. And this is kind of rough. We have 1 card left in the hand, but it is a Thrust, and Thrust is quite good into this matchup. We have a monster on our field, so we can't actually add the card to our hand, but we are in the Droll and Lockbird, so we have to set it, which is unfortunate. We take a second to for True Light. Now, I don't know if we realize that we can't add it to the hand. Looks like they're kind of like stuck on putting an Imperm, but they're going to put the Proving Grounds face down. And then we are going to be seeing True Light going to be setting the Trap here, which can pop numerous cards. We only have Blue Eyes in the graveyard here, so it will be just popping 1. Now, looking at the newest card here, the Beast Darius, it says, during your opponent's battle phase, Gladiator Beast monsters you cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect, and this from whatever. If your opponent controls a monster, yeah, so I think that it's going to be popping the Trap. We're going to be seeing the Blue Eyes being summoned out here, and then we are going to be summoning back out that Maiden. And then we do have the Neo Kaiser, which can then link us away into the Spirit. We're going to be dumping off of the Neo Kaiser, dumping the Jet Dragon, and we're also going to be searching for the Field Spell. We're going to see the Field Spell going to activate its effects, allowing us to target, and then we're going to be sending, and then we're just going to scoop it up there, realizing the game is going to be lost. We're going to be attacking with Way Over, as well as Jet Dragon now being in rotation, and that card is nuts. I don't think it's necessarily good to play in like every single like Primate Blue Eyes. You don't need to necessarily play the card. You can side it if you want to. It also is a good target if you want to play it, but like it also is a brick, and the deck already bricks enough. Maybe we saw Ryziel and Malice kind of lose some consistency cards. It would be a decent card to maybe play. But right now, I don't think it's necessary. I do think that if you're playing a pure variant, it is very good for the deck. I just, like another hard form of removal, it's hard for you to play through. As well, I think you should play Indigo maybe a little bit if you're playing the pure variant as well. But it's just up to me, right? I'm just saying what I think. I think that, with pure, having as many interruptions as you can, and Jet Dragon being a very sticky card to kind of beat, it definitely helps out. Now, like with Prima, you have those drill beams which keep coming back, which is the job and a half that Jet Dragon does. They're not the same card at all, but they still provide like the recursion and difficulty to remove. So I think that for pure, it definitely is a good option here. But moving on to game 3, we are going to be seeing Gladiator Beast going to be choosing to go first or second here, and we'll be able to set that insane board we saw game 1 with, having Shurag being able to banish numerous cards, having the negate off of that big one, Dimitanis or whatever it's called. I don't even know. The one that takes the best potatoes, we just cheated out with the guy who takes 5, the Claudius. Now I'm probably slaughtering these names here, so I do want to apologize for any of your Glad Beast fans in the chat. And fun fact, this deck actually got 9th at the regionals. I ended up beating it, I think, round 5 or 6. And unfortunately, it made him bubble. I didn't win my last round either, so he would have, if I would have won my last round, he would have most likely made it in the top 8, which is unfortunate. Shout out to Royal for being such a good player and a good sport. Now, it was definitely rough. I couldn't do anything in the last round, but he played really well as well, only getting 2 losses through the whole event. We're going to be seeing the Pounding Ground, or Proving Grounds, going to be searching here for the level 4, which is going to be the Gazelle, or Giselle, whatever, and then we're going to be seeing another one being activated, because these cards are not once per turn. Back in the day, Gladiator Beasts were not doing very much, and they're still not doing too much here, other than we have like a crazy combo like this. We just use 2 cards to get 2 cards, which then gets us another card. Droll and Lockbird definitely hurts this deck quite a bit, as well as I think Shifter does as well, kind of just FTKs. So we're going to be seeing Gazelle going to activate summoning of both of them here, then we're going to once again getting to search and then dumping. And our whole plan here is to just essentially get us those 5 in the graveyard and play that way. We're going to be seeing the Revival once again here, and then we're going to be reviving the Augustus. We're going to just put them back for a Contact Fusion for the Spirit Tamer. Spirit Tamer will be finally able to cheat out the Monster Negate here. And this is one way to get a Monster Negate on the field. I wonder if we're going to get multiple in this hand. So we're going to be now linking away for the Test Panther. Test Panther is going to activate the effect. And it looks like Blue Eyes has no hand traps to kind of stop this here. Now, a Veiler will not do anything against this because we do have that Monster Negate on the field. But perhaps a Nib Imperm could be coming down and just ending this turn altogether. We're going to be seeing the Chariot-looking one. And then we're going to summon that out. We're going to see the Test Panther tag it out into the Augustus once again. And then we're going to be summoning out the Chariot one, which adds back our spell. We activate the spell, which can then bring back out the Tamer. Tamer can then cheat out another monster here, bring out a second copy of their Monster Negate. And now we have 2 Monster Negates total here. And I don't think they're once per turn. Once per turn when your opponent activates a card or effect. Yeah, okay, so it is a soft once per turn here. We do link away into the new one once again. Putting more Glad Beasts in the graveyard here. But we're going to link away for the Gladiator Beast OG link. And then we're going to make a Shurag once again here. And then activate Comeback to summon out the not Test Panther, but the Tamer. Tamer can activate summoning out another one here. And this is going to be the different. I don't believe we've seen this one yet so far. I'm not exactly sure which one this is, but we're going to go up into an SP now. And then we're going to be activating the Field Spell. And this is going to be essentially the full combo. I actually don't even know how we can beat this. I don't know which. I don't think it is the Claudius, but we do get to search off of this, searching for the Obnoxious. And then we get to dump for a Nerval. And that's going to let us search for a Karis. And then we activate the Field Spell. That's going to allow us to set a trap from the deck, being the pop. So we have now SP Shureg for the field spell. We have 2 monster negates on the field, as well as a double spell and trap negate because we have 2 discards in our hand. And then we also have the trap card, which can pop up to 3 cards on the field. Pretty nutty, as well as follow-up we have for someone with the big level 5, or the 5 guy in the next turn. So we're going to be seeing a Wish is going to activate now, discarding a True Light. Not looking like a great hand. We are most likely going to be negating this with the spell by discarding a card. Discarding the Noxious here. So now we are down 2 cards, and it's going to be very hard for us to kind of beat over this, as well as if we have another spell and trap, we get to negate that as well. I cannot see a world where Blue Eyes wins this, especially with that spell and trap state not being a once per turn. We're going to be seeing a Maiden going to activate its effects. We do negate that with the monster negate, of course. And now they're down to 3 cards in the hand, and we still have a monster and 2 spell and trap negates, or 1 spell and trap negate here. And of course the SP and triple pop. We are going to be seeing the field spell going to be activated there, and that's going to be fine. We do not need to negate that at all. They have to have another monster on the field to kind of let that, as well as having the trap card being able to pop it if they do want to kind of continue. It doesn't just trigger immediately, so we're hoping that they do negate that there, but they're going to scoop it up, realizing all we have left is a Blue Eyes and a Lightning Storm, and that's not going to be doing too much. We have the negate for the Lightning Storm there, but yeah, the Blue Eyes monster not able to get onto the field, and we have the OTK at the next turn. So we're going to be seeing the Gladiator Beast hitting them with a combo 3000 there. That combo was insane, that end board not being interrupted at all. This is kind of just absolutely nutty there. I'm not sure there's much decks out there that can beat this. Regardless, hope you're watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe. Peace.